Going on, Jerome's beautiful Tuesday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. He sees you when you're pooping. First off, just wanted to say thank you very much for coming along on our coverage. It's still a very, very fun thing. It's still a passion project, as it were. It's a very fun side hustle. Love this community, and especially for days like yesterday. So, fantastic news. Justin freaking Jefferson signing his extension. Our long national nightmare is over. 4 years, $140 million, $110 million guaranteed. Breaking the bank and breaking the records for non-quarterbacks, and deservedly so. And there is not a single person whose opinion who actually matters thinks that JJ isn't worth the cash. All right, so it is what it is. And now we called it. Since me and my daughter do share a birthday month with Justin freaking Jefferson, which I didn't know, but now I freaking know. So I'm going to tell Margaret, hey, baby doll, no birthday presents this year. You already got yours. No, she's going to get some, like, ginormous Lego thing or something. See, we have a standing rule with the kids. Like, we try not to spend on stupid spoiling things on them, but anything books, STEM, or Legos related, we're in. Also, I called it. I knew it. But yeah, the Jefferson deal, 4 years, $140 million. And also, the sticking point with this, so a lot of 4-year contracts. So for Jefferson, it would be a 4-year extension from 2025 to 2028. A lot of them have like 1 year guaranteed money, like one signing bonus, and the rest of it is just sort of pay as you go. But this one has 2 years of big time guarantees and a very large section that becomes guaranteed on the third day of the new league year in 2026 for 2027. So this is a substantial, basically a 3-year guaranteed 4-year contract. So this is a commitment. The Vikings are all in with Justin Jefferson, and I mean, CD Lamb may do similar numbers. We'll talk about CD here in a second. But I don't see him approaching that guarantee, because you look at the Cowboys contracts and their extensions, like the guarantees aren't really up to snuff, especially like Tyron Smith's 10-year contract, which was, I know players are entitled to sign whatever they want, but I mean, if you're Tyron Smith's agent, how'd you allow him to sign that contract? It was just ridiculous. It gave the Cowboys so much leverage in the later years. It's just stupid. But yeah, JJ's deal runs him through his age 29 season, and also it does sync up with JJ McCarthy's rookie deal with the 5th-year option picked up. So that's going to be interesting as they're looking to grow and show together. And with CD, so of course, whenever anything happens with the Vikings, the national media, jabroni haircuts, is like, how do we make this about the Dallas Cowboys? So a lot of talk about CD Lamb, even though, so Jerry Jones is interesting, right? So he's the owner of the Cowboys. He's the GM of the Cowboys. But every single time a player is looking for money, Jerry gets into a drag down, like, fisticuffs fight. And this goes all the way back to Emmitt Smith, holding out the first 2 games of a season after a Super Bowl, trying to get a new contract. And every single time, like, they just drag this thing out, the player gets dragged in the media, and it's kind of bad business. Where, name me one negative word attributed to ownership, Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell, or even anonymous sources that supposedly would have come from the team with Jefferson. Nada. That's why this was such an amazing negotiation. But, I mean, with Lamb, CD Lamb is a baller, don't get me wrong. CD Lamb is fantastic. CD Lamb is not in the same tier as Justin Jefferson. CD Lamb is not the game changer that Justin Jefferson is. He's a very good receiver, don't get me wrong, but does he deserve the $35 million a year? Does he deserve the $110 million guaranteed? Probably not. No. But of course, national media always has to make it about the Cowboys. But something that's fantastic. So jumping Joe Burrow, JJ Justin Jefferson back at LSU. I would wager that 2019 LSU team is the best of all time. Like, it's close. Now, a lot of people say, oh, what about the 2023 Michigan Wolverines? Nah. But the 2019 LSU Tigers, the 2001 Miami Hurricanes, I mean, they're going to go toe-to-toe. It's got to be pretty close. Maybe some of those Pete USC teams. That's good, man. But LSU football tweeted this out. The highest paid quarterback, Joe Burrow, and non-quarterback, Justin Jefferson, in NFL history. This is NFLSU, which is cutesy-bootsy. Like, it's almost as good as Skull SU. But it's great to see teammates getting paid. Jamar Chase is looking to get paid as well. Plus, you know, it's great. So after Florio dropped the Vikings could trade for Malik Neighbors and Justin Jefferson got to be traded. If the Vikings aren't taking this seriously, they got to trade Justin Jefferson. Like, the entire offseason, it was basically Florio, a little bit of rap sheet, and, I don't know, Charlie Walters of the Pioneer Press saying, like, trade Jefferson. Now, it's ridiculous. It wasn't going to happen. But now it's funny to see Florio just pulling the 180. It's a new day in Minnesota. Blah, 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 blah. If Florio backpedals any better, Durante Jones is going to put him in at corner. And probably Flores is going to bench Caleb Evans again for Florio. It's just so ridiculous, man. But also, something that's glorious is today is going to be the first day that J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson have football practice together. All right, so I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship. The whole JJ to JJ connection. Also, our guy Thor Nystrom rocking the stepbrothers Jefferson and JJ McCarthy shirt. It's fantastic. Just looks really, really good, man. So this, as McCarthy would say, this is the start of something bussin'. No cap. Dead ass. That's right. Also, we've implored everyone. They need now Anthony Edwards and Justin Jefferson locked here into Minnesota long term, committed. They got to recreate the iconic Kevin Garnett, Randy Moss photo. Just got to happen. Now is the time. It's time. And also, so instead of the Wolves City jersey, like, it has to be the throwback T-Wolves jersey. It's looking good, man. So it's looking good. But I do like on this artist rendition, it is the Vikings Bud jerseys. It's looking good too. Fantastic. Also fantastic. So the Vikings are heading into the season as one of the youngest teams in NFL history. Now, well, maybe not history, but in the NFL. But also, so this is such a changeover. Again, the whole competitive rebuild thing, a lot of people scoffed at, but this is what Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell had planned over the last 3 years. Shedding of some veterans once the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, freeing up some cap space, and building up for the future. Vikes fan page put this together. Vikings have positioned themselves with a variety of young talent to build upon. McCarthy's 21, Diamond Dallas Turner's 21, Jordan Addison's 22, Ivan Pace Jr. 23, Justin friggin' Jefferson 24, going to be 25 on June 16th. Darisaw just turned 25. Cam Beasley 25 is also in a contract year. Hockenson extended 26. Metellus got a little extension at 26. Same with me. Byron Murphy at 26, Jonathan Grenard at 27. The future is bright in the great state of Minnesota. So, I mean, that's a damn good core, especially offensively. They are young. They are going to get after things, and they're just going to grow and show with Kevin O'Connell. But today is the start of mandatory minicamp. Now, absent the extension, I mean, Jefferson was going to show up anyway. It's a roadmap and blueprint that he had from last season. But you can tell, like, JJ loves practice. He loves competing. Like, he's very Michael Jordan-esque in that regard. He is not Allen Iverson. Talk about practice. Like, JJ, I mean, reports are like, it really hurt Jefferson to skip voluntary OTAs, but he had to do it to prove the point, and he did. And now he's going to be back with the team. Hell, he'll probably be back for voluntary OTAs next week too. Because now he's got to be that leader. With great money comes great responsibility. Some players take that seriously, some don't. But I think JJ definitely takes that to heart, and he definitely wants to repay that faith that the team has put into him, and just lead this team to a dozen drill bars in the next 10 years. But yes, we are talking about practice, and again, I'm like stupid excited. And the first video from JJ to JJ, but we'll see if I don't know, McCarthy gets some reps with the ones, or hey, maybe Jefferson has to start with the threes because he's got to earn his stripes. Could be. Or either way, I'm like, even just Sam Darnold getting to work with Justin Jefferson, it could be a thing. Love to see it, man. Something that's unfortunate. So Andrew Van Ginkel, prize free agent coming in from Miami, formerly Stupid Badger, but I mean, pretty fired up about his versatility. Former Brian Flores guy is going to fit in perfectly on that defense, but maybe waiting a while. Purple Persuasion According to Alec Lewis, Vikings outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel has yet to practice this offseason due to a foot injury he suffered in the last game of the 2023 season for the Dolphins. He also noted that his timetable to return to practice is unclear. Quote, Van Ginkel is not yet practiced. He's still rehabbing from a foot injury suffered in the Dolphins' 2023 regular season finale against the Buffalo Bills, but his time is coming. Maybe it'll happen in training camp or once the season starts, but it'll happen as he is, for all intents and purposes, the one-man embodiment of what Flores seeks in his players. Now, the whole casual, maybe it'll happen in training camp or once the season starts. That raises the eyebrow a little bit. Now, it is freeing up more first-team reps for Dallas Turner, which could get him off on the right foot and have him be impactful right out of the gate. But, I mean, so the Vikings obviously had a physical with him before they signed the contract, so they're fine with that risk or that delay, but hopefully he gets back to 100% and is good to go, because he's going to be a major part of this defense. And like Alec Lewis said, like he is what Flores wants: versatility. He can rush the passer, he can cover, he can play off ball, he can do a lot of things, man. Absolutely. But I just feel good. I just feel really good. Justin friggin' Jefferson got his cake, got his contract, got everything, man, and we're good to go. And also, mandatory minicamp starts today. Baby. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings Tuesday news dump. You guys are the best. Put something in the Venmo. It's birthday month for JJ and whatnot. You guys know what to do. Skol production value.